The women were already being called the living dead, and the company knew exactly what that meant. They simply had to wait. When they appeared in court, their bodies were a visible testament of the poisoning that they had endured. And the company's legal strategy wasn't to deny their suffering, it was to delay accountability. Lawyers dissected medical testimonies line by line, stating that no doctor could prove that the poisoning was because of radium. Every diagnosis was challenged, every medical expert was questioned. Motions were filed to postpone hearings, to dismiss the case on technical grounds, to push it further into the future. Every delay brought time, and time was the one thing that the women did not have. The law was supposed to protect the workers, but here it was being used as a weapon against them. The company brought up the statute of limitations, which clearly required all workers to file their claims within 2 years of leaving the factory. But radium poisoning was something that did not appear for years. The company stated that it was too late. And what were the women asking for? Medical expenses for the treatment of radium related illnesses, compensation of wages because they would never be able to work again, financial support for the care that they would need for the rest of their lives because radium poisoning was deadly and irreversible. The public could not look away. Editorials criticized the company for their tactics, and the outrage began to mount. Finally, in 1928, the case ended in a settlement, and it wasn't the courtroom drama verdict that you would expect. After some negotiations and with pressure from the media and the public opinion, the company agreed to pay the women a lump sum of $10,000, and all medical and legal expenses would be covered. The settlement explicitly stated that the company admitted to no wrongdoing. The women accepted these terms not because they felt justice was served, but because they were desperate. By the time of the settlement, most of them were so sick that they could barely function. Some of the women even used the money to pay for their own funerals. The Radium Girls were more than victims. They became symbols for resilience and courage for generations to come. This was the final part of the series, The Radium Girls.